We back with another one, y'all. We finna talk about this Rick Ross situation. Let's get right into it.
The homie that, owned this previously before me made $50 million a night.
Where is Rick Ross getting all of this money?
People are completely losing their mind after seeing this guy flying in normal economy.
I don't know where my jet at. I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink.
What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You're trying to save money? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you.
The AC broken in the.
Let me ask you this.
It's actually been a wild last 24 hours for the boy Rick Ross. So he's one of the most flashy, flamboyant rappers out of America with a crazy lifestyle. Not long ago, he was offering a flight attendant job for over $100K a year. He was taking the mick out of Drake, saying that his plane is no good. Actually, when he was doing that, he ended up crashing his own plane after. And the latest story is this guy was spotted flying commercial and people were losing their minds saying that he's broke.
I just want to know what my.
Nah, I don't think that mean Rick Ross broke just because he was flying commercial. But at the same time, what he say Starlink costed like $100 million or something. I don't believe that either. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where Ross jet at. Don't nobody know what Mayweather jet at. Everybody, the economy's so bad right now, everybody losing their jets.
Jet at. I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. You know what Starlink is? Yeah, that's the $500,000 Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's
okay. $500,000 for the Starlink. I'm calling cap on that.
where my jet at. And I chose to fly commercial to Colombia to go party with Trick Daddy and Ball Greasy at the Escape the States. Better stop worrying about what rich niggas doing. Shit, if I send my jet to go pick my mama up and I fly motherfucking commercial, that's what I do for mama. If I send the jet to
But that ain't what you said you did. You ain't tell us you sent the jet to go get your mama.
go drop off, I walk for mama. Just so that shit y'all on, I miss that. So y'all laughing at the young niggas who on martyr? You can't do that. Damn sure you can't laugh at a rich nigga. When Ricky Rose take flights to 6 digits, I'm going to get some Mounion, the Mounion. But don't y'all ever look down on no young hustlers who, if they walking, if they riding a bicycle, if they riding on the train, don't you ever look down on those young hustlers going to get some money. Don't you ever talk about these young entrepreneurs if they was flying first class, coach, economy, or private. I flew that shit for 20 years.
We ain't talking about them, we talking about you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This is before I went and spent a 40 ball, and when I say that, I mean 40 million on a plane. But don't y'all ever talk down on no young hustlers that's going to get it. I don't care if you young hustlers driving Uber, Rose gonna salute you like a heavyweight.
People still think he's capping and that he's hiding something. When you look it up, installing Starlink aviation on a plane requires 10 to 15 days of aircraft downtime for most business jets and larger commercial airlines. Depending on the aircraft, size and complexity, obtaining the equipment takes 2 to 12 weeks and the typical hardware costs around $145,000. Obviously, he said a lot more than that figure. And this is so he can have internet on the plane. This Elon Musk company providing internet wherever they go. The reason Rick Ross gets a hard time with stuff like this is he was dissing Drake about his plane, saying it's no good.
We got to talk about Drake's plane.
How private is the plane?
It's private.
Can you walk around your underwear?
Because this isn't a normal private jet. Drake calls it Air Drake, a Boeing 767 cargo plane turned into a flying mansion. He even pokes fun at other private jets on first-person shooters, stating,
"Still taking pictures on a Gulfstream."
Now that line shows that Drake has leveled up. Even elite jets don't impress him anymore. Now this is the same type of aircraft commercial airlines use to fly hundreds of passengers. Most private jets like Gulfstreams can cost tens of millions. Drake's Boeing 767 Air Drake is valued at around 185 to 2.
Look, even if I had 185 million, I'm not spending it on no jet at all. That's too much money on the jet.
$200 million. And that's thanks to the late Virgil Abloh's customization. Inside, luxury lounges, bedrooms, showers, a theater, and even a custom poker table. Now this is a true flying mansion. The plane started as a cargo aircraft, and Drake received it as part of a marketing partnership with Cargojet, a Canadian cargo airline for brand promotion, hence me talking about them right now. When your jet is bigger than most airlines' cabins, you don't flex first class, you flex the entire...
I got one more question for BBL Drizzy. One more question. How long you gonna stay on that plane? It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's a 1978 cargo plane, wasn't built for humans. It's dangerous. Imagine the white boy with the soul plane. God! Imagine the white boy with the soul. Oh, shit.
And I still don't know why Rick Ross got mad at Drake.
That boy cussing out, dude.
In the most bizarre set of circumstances, Rick Ross ended up having a false crash start on his plane. He managed to come out unharmed, but this was very bizarre because of the stuff he was saying to Drake before about his plane being unsafe. You've got to be careful what you put into the universe, but this is what Rick Ross had said after.
So, thank everybody for all the prayers, but I'm going to tell you, we on the jet and I'm seeing the fighter jet. I see his nose. It's like Tom Cruise from Top Gun. I seen his nose. I'm seeing him in the cockpit. And I'm like, damn. I see his cheeks and nose going back from the G-force. I'm like, damn. And then, hey man, it happened. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what happened, but it happened. Come on, white boy. White boy. Come on, man. But I'm going to tell you something. What I'm going to take back about Drake old plane, BBL Drizzy, I know you got the ashtrays and the armrest and that hindsight. That's really dope. Like, you know, some smoking shit, you know. But we safe, everybody.
Drake does have a mega plane that looks pretty safe to me. He's got a beast. He ain't got just a jet. But obviously they had their back and forths, and there was a lyric as well where Drake said, if he's lying, then he's flying. Economy, and he knows who will see that. In a funny twist of events as well, it seems that Drake now is filming a music video in front of his own plane, so things could get interesting. Maybe a few diss lyrics are coming for Rick Ross. Diverse Mentality tweeted out that Rick Ross is lying about his private jet. He recently got exposed for flying on commercial airline, and the internet went nuts, clowning him mainly because he brags his boss lifestyle and said Drake and 50 Cent were nowhere near his level. The following day, Rick Ross went online and said he didn't fly his private jet because he was setting up Starlink and that he let his mum fly it. But apparently it was proven he is lying and that his jet hasn't been flown in over a month anywhere. I would be very surprised to hear the news come out that he lost his plane or had to put up for sale or anything happened to it. Rick Ross isn't in that position at all. We'll get into that later. This is what he claims his jets were.
This was my RC plane I had for 3 years before my plane.
Come on. How much this jet cost you?
Close to 40 euros.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then I got it, the G600 interior. I wanted the bed. Got it painted, the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I flew commercial for 20 years and I have nothing wrong with that. While I was flying commercial, I told myself I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it. And I was watching other artists charter those planes. Other artists that I was much more financially stronger than, but I watched them do that. And
how does Rick Ross know how much money everybody else got? See, that's when, you know, a lot of times things become a problem because people be pocket watching. It's people that billionaires that don't own jet. They'll tell you it's billionaires that they won't even fly first class, and they'll tell you that they won't fly first class because they say they feel like they don't understand paying extra when the plane going to the same destination. So you just can't assume that you know how much money everybody else got.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but I told myself, and I waited those 20 plus years.
Right.
And when it was time for me, it was an investment.
And just because they see him flying economy one time, people call into question Rick Ross's finances. Is he over living right now for someone that has a net worth? Should he be flying private? Is he faking his lifestyle? And you know we're the best at breaking these situations down, so we'll get into this. This is what people are saying, why he's getting a hard time.
Maybe Ross is having second thoughts about the private jet, and he's considering the environmental implications.
Well, now, but remember, he's got the OVO hose on his tail, so OVO's going to run with this because Drake got a plane.
Oh,
you're not seeing Drake. You're not seeing Drake on a commercial.
No, he took Stunner Sandy out to Turks and Caicos on that jet.
You know what I'm saying? Rose, they saw your name plastered on the side of a plane. Where's the plane? We should not see you in Gen Pop.
So is it because he's such a shit talker?
That's all this is.
Because to me, I'm just like, who cares? You're smart with your money, just like T-Pain. Remember when T-Pain was like, I will be on that commercial flight.
No, Ross is not T-Pain.
Yeah.
T-Pain is much more responsible.
Well, no. You guys are looking at it through the wrong lens. Once you talk all that shit and you flaunt money and you the boss and all that, when they catch you just chilling,
yeah,
you could literally be like, yo, I was just working out. Yo, we saw Ross. He was mad ashy and sweaty. Yo, what happened? You supposed to be the boss. Why you got a regular T-shirt on?
Right.
That's what the internet does.
You set the bar.
You set the bar.
It's like academics said. Rick Ross flying commercial was never a problem. Axe says the internet only reacted because Ross spent years promoting a billionaire lifestyle and suddenly got spotted sitting alone at a regular airport gate. Axe says Ross was actually making a smarter financial decision, claiming a comparable private trip to Colombo would have cost close to $100,000. The shocking thing wasn't that he was flying commercial, it was seeing Rick Ross sitting by himself at a random airport. Rick Ross is always tapped in with the TikTokers and up to some bizarre antics when it comes to damage control, like having people film him across the street of him living a wild lifestyle. But just after this situation with the whole jet, he had someone straight away come and do a tour of his garage.
That's Rick Ross. Yo, what do you do for a living?
I'm the biggest boss you've seen, Doug.
Yeah, he be calling himself the Boat Nut, B-O-A-T, biggest of all time. Rick Ross funny as hell.
It's far.
Can we take a look at your hangar?
Of course you can. Go check it out.
We're going in. This is it. This is awesome, dude. How many cars you got in here normally?
15 cars in here.
Do you have a favorite here?
My favorites usually rotate, but my 57 Bel Air is most definitely. I love classic cars. You know, those foreigns, they do something for me too.
What are you dailying mostly?
Rolls Royce, Maybach, some like that.
What do we got on this side over here?
Couple Rolls Royces, couple Maybachs, some classics. The Ferrari 57 station wagon that runs off jet fuel.
So Rick Ross owns the Promised Land. That's his famous mansion in Georgia. It's a 45 to 55,000 square foot, 109 rooms, including 12 bedrooms, 21 bathrooms, 235 acres. This is used for events and filming and even in movies. He purchased it for a cheap $5.8 million in 2014 after Holyfield had foreclosure issues.
Cost Evander Holyfield $50 million to build. 45,000 square feet on 322 acres in Georgia. 109 rooms, 12 bedrooms, 21 bathrooms, a 135-seat cinema, bowling alley, and a...
Imagine you spent $50 million to build something and somebody came and bought it for like $3 million. That's crazy. Holyfield was doing too much.
dining room that seats 100 people. The road it sits on is literally named Evander Holyfield Highway. The outdoor pool holds 350,000 gallons of water, one of the largest private pools in the entire United States. It was also used as the Royal Palace in Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. Holyfield spent $50 million building it, lost it to foreclosure. The bank took it. Rick Ross walked in and bought it for $5.8 million, a $44 million discount.
It's often been valued at around 30 to 50 million, and Ross has referenced bigger claims of 75 million. That is a property asset that he had. He's got for such a good deal. Over 10 years ago, he's 10x'd his money on that property. It goes to show you that one good deal can change your life completely, and that obviously is a large chunk of his net worth owning that property. But he also has a Star Island waterfront mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. This was a purchase he made in 2023 for around 35 million. Improved the property and it's gone up in value. There's claims of it being worth 40 to 60 million now. And for sure, Rick Ross knows what he's doing with real estate. Many people pump money into properties and it's very hard to increase the value, especially when he has his own unique style.
What up, it's the boss. Yesterday we began talking about real estate. I don't know nobody else that'll buy a $35 million crib and tear it down and do it the way they want to do it. Customized. Well, I did. Here we go, right here on Star Island. I have easily 50 million into this and it's well worth it. My dream crib. But right next door is an empty lot. The lot, they only asking 37 million for the flat lot. And before I show it to you, you know who I love to be my neighbor. So my rich friends, it's available, and I know you got somebody that would love to stay right here next to Ricky Rose. So right next door to me, this empty lot right here is totally available. They're only asking $37 million, which ain't much from ball game. It's Ricky Rose. Come on, man, you could be my neighbor. I would love to wake up in the morning and hear, everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your... It's only $37 million. Come on, man.
I think with Rick Ross, he's financially savvy, but where he talks about a lifestyle that people couldn't even fathom, it makes people want to see his downfall that much more. Obviously, he made the investment where he owns numerous of the Wingstop franchisee and his various businesses that he set up.
Numbers that, let's say if we go to Dubai, the numbers they give us to go over there is astounding. Then they'll give you another $50,000 to eat some camel meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when you...
Niggas out here eating camel meat. Come on, bro. You ain't ate no camel meat. What's this dude talking about, man? Who out here talking about some, let me get an order of camel meat?
Come home. If I'm just chilling on a Tuesday, you can put me a little brown bag together, Rose will slide through. Because you got to remember, I'm not just thinking about Rose. I'm thinking about the 30 partnerships I got. So when I'm walking through somewhere, that's 30 businesses walking through with me. My other 30 partners see us. We stand in a penthouse that's $75,000 a night in Dubai. Then we'll go to a barn in Augusta.
The very fact that Rick Ross is able to fly commercial and suck up all the pride rather than just get another jet for the day is the exact reason why this guy will probably never go broke. It's people that have too much pride that will never scoop low at any point that end up blowing it all. And Rick Ross has been questioned a few times about where he gets all his money. And as you can see in this video, a lot of the property investments he's made increases his assets where he can leverage more money to invest anyway. So this guy, through property, is most of his wealth building.
Talking about how is Rick this wealthy? That's what they were talking about last week. I don't know if you heard that yet.
Where is Rick Ross getting all of this money?
He got a bunch of
investments.
Got a bunch of
bricks.
that's where that passive money come from.
Yeah, man.
He used to roof.
He got Wingstop. Oh, yeah,
he owned a bunch of Wingstops.
It was a long list of things.
Yeah.
I'm going to pit him into just having all the MMG money forever.
You didn't see the little shot? You didn't hear the shot?
Every dollar I see him with, I think, oh, man.
You didn't hear the shot? Ross is a comedian underneath everything.
Joe Budden is a smart person, and I can't miss another Joe Budden podcast. I made a lot of great moves. Every day I wake up and I'm moving. And the thing about it is, to me, I try my best to make it so clear to everybody how I'm moving.
Obviously, Rick Ross and 50 Cent have had their beef over the years, and Rick Ross not too long ago was on a podcast where he criticized 50 for his business dealing and decision making with these deals.
But 50's a $200 million guy.
Stop. Don't lie. He doesn't own Power.
Yeah.
He doesn't own none of that. His 10 million selling album. He doesn't own Get Rich or Die Trying. That's why he doesn't promote it. He makes nothing off it.
He just did a big documentary on Diddy that blew up. It was a #1 documentary for like weeks.
They just use him. They'll put his name on there, give him 10K, and that's it. He don't own any of that.
You think he's taking 10K for that documentary?
What you thought he was getting for Power? Google the actors that was in Power. They spoke up. They was getting minimums. Just because of you, I let 50 wash the bottom of my yacht.
You're gonna let him wash the bottom of the yacht?
Yeah. I don't like to see nothing green at the
Even though 50 Cent ain't coming to wash the bottom of your yacht.
bottom. He get to scoop the goggles, the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
The fans on his feet, and he can flap like Flipper.
And the good thing about Rick Ross, he's conscious of actually learning from people before him. He spoke about the person that had the property before him. Obviously, that was Evander Holyfield. We spoke about that earlier. A boxer that was making tons of money, and he blew it. It went up for foreclosure. So Rick Ross, learning from their mistakes now, says he doesn't want to fall into that same trap.
A smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So it's like we also have seen a lot of entertainers, athletes go broke.
Without a doubt.
Was that something that was like scary to you?
Of course. Every time I come through the gates, I say, damn. The homie that, owned this previously before me made $50 million a night. 550 million plus came through his hands. What's gonna separate me from the mistakes homie made? And I began going down my mental list. Well, this is what I'm gonna do different.
And the man that he is learning from is Evander Holyfield, and I will actually be making a full documentary on what happened to him, how this guy lost a...
He blew 550 million? Damn. 550 million? That's crazy.
ridiculous fortune. He could have been worth billions now, and people would stole from him.
In the situation that one of the family members borrowed money off my house.
Wait. One of your family members took a second mortgage on a house they didn't own.
Right.
Wow. How much did they take?
Too
much.
Yeah.
It be your own people, man. Sometimes you can't even trust family.
And so with me, I said, oh, well, okay. And, so I said, that's it. That's because it was kind of sad after my mama passed. Now everybody want to steal from me.
Wow.
And it's, so, it was one of them things that I didn't want to call them out and all this because they was old. Like, I'm the youngest one in my family. And so these is one of the sisters.
Your sister stole from you.
That's crazy, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. And make sure y'all check out the playlist, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.